good evening, and welcome back to the Armchair Pundits Liverpool post-match review show. So, Liverpool have beaten Aston Villa at Anfield and are now 5 points clear after, some would say surprisingly, but surprisingly, Man City have lost away, to Brighton after being 1-0 up at half-time. And it gave us an opportunity to open up a gap, and the players have taken it. I think I would say, in fact, before I say any of that, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and to share once you've finished, if not, share in between. Thanks for all the love you're showing to the channel, this Liverpool side of the channel, and the Armchair Pundits where we do our main shows. Let's continue to grow, guys. But back to today's game. Yeah, this was probably the highest pressured game of our season, because for me, knowing that last week, knowing Arsenal lost and Man United were playing at the same time with us, you didn't really know what was going on. Yes, during the game, you can know last week you can get told, oh yeah, Man City are 2-0 down, but you're playing at the same time and anything can happen. So we've gone in today's game knowing that a win today opens up a gap, not a title winning gap, but opens up a gap for us to just get a bit of breathing space. So for these guys, there would be in a little bit more nerves, I'd imagined, because there was for me. I just kept sitting there when Man City lost, just thinking, please, guys, Liverpool, don't mess up. We're known for Man City draw, we go and draw. Man City lose a game, we lose the game that same weekend, and we never usually capitalise on their mishaps and their mistakes. But this season, we have done, and today we have done. So really excited by what is going on at the moment. With us today, it wasn't a perfect performance first half. Pretty even in many terms of things. I thought Aston Villa did well with us. I think first half they had the better chance. I look at the stats, which I always like to do. Yes, we had a lot of the ball, 61% possession to their 39. But expected goals wise, ours was 0.81. Theirs was higher at 1.01. Shots, they had 9 shots, we had 6. We both had 2 shots on target. They missed 3 big chances. We missed 2. They had 3 big chances. We had 2, and we missed 1. And they missed all 3 of their big chances. Obviously, Nunes scoring, great finish. Nunes having a Nunes performance, scoring that great finish, then being through 1-on-1 and then missing a great chance of a header as well. So Nunes had a Nunes performance, not a bad performance, but just come on, what's going on here kind of performance. But I digress. Liverpool as a whole, thought we did really well in the first half. Outpassed them, passing accuracy 85% to their 81%, and we don't really commit that many fouls, which is always good. That's a legacy of Klopp, to be honest. But I thought Aston Villa were fairly given as good as they got in the first half, and we go through this process where it seems like Slot gets a chance to analyse what the opposition does, and then at halftime, the tweaks come in, and we then go up a level. But going 1-0 up is always good, and it helped the players settle. And obviously, only hearing from the TV, the fans seemed amazing today, giving us more support again, or giving the players more support again, I should say. And I'm just really happy with what I saw in general. Can't fault a single player. The only downfall I can say we have today is Trent's injury. With Trent going down which is possibly a hamstring injury, I guess the best time for it to happen is during international break when there's a 2-week break. So I doubt he goes to England. He gets a chance to repair it. But if I'm being honest, we have a very good deputy right back. Obviously not as good as Trent, because Trent is a world-class footballer. Maybe not a world-class right back, but Trent is a world-class footballer. And you've got Conor Bradley, who's a very, very talented young right back. And he came in, and to be honest, he didn't really miss a beat. He kept us strong, kept the squad going, kept their back four going nicely as well. So really happy with that performance there. And our centre-backs. I mean, the question is often asked, who's got the best centre backs in the Premier League? And a lot of people say, yeah, it's Gabriel Saliba. Gabriel Saliba. And I've always maintained, in terms of actual centre backs, we've got the best. But the problem we've always had is Konate was often injured, so he didn't get a chance to show it. And as they say, availability is your best ability, and he wasn't showing that. This season he is, and we are showing, with only 6 goals conceded in 11 games, how good they are as a partnership. And not only that, 6 goals conceded, we don't really look like we're in trouble, if I'm completely honest, in hardly any game. You may get obviously we've conceded goals, but we're never under complete pressure where it's just backs pinned against the wall. So really happy with the defense of the team and how Slot has adapted the team. Second half, and we step it up. We step it up, and we're playing better. It then moves on to expected goals, 1.21 to us, 0.449 to them. But shots wise, ours 8 to theirs 3. They didn't get a shot on target in the first half. In the second half, sorry. Yeah, I have to go back to say Kelleher made a fantastic point blank save in the first half to keep us in it. Really good save. We've had 3 shots on target and 3 big chances and missed 2 of the big chances. And we've still stayed actually improved on our passing, up to 90% with our pass accuracy, which is really good. And it's just a really good performance considering what was at stake. They could have easily crumbled under the pressure of potentially getting a gap at the top, but they didn't. So credit to the players and credit to Slot. So, as I always do, I will do my player ratings, and I don't think anyone had a bad game, if I'm completely honest. So most of my player ratings will be quite positive. So Kelleher, I've given him a 7.5. I thought anything they threw at him, he handled well. He's a fantastic goalkeeper, and for me, he's a goalkeeper that's a starter. He's not really a goalkeeper that should be on the bench every week, and I think that will prove to be the case as next season comes around. He'll probably end up moving on and proving himself. So really happy with what we saw with Kelleher. So yep, I've given him a 7.5. Andrew Robertson, it's a funny one, Robertson. I think what is happening at the moment, I've given him a 7. No, 7.5 as well, actually. I've given him a 7.5. With Robbo, a lot of the time, people have said his legs are going, he's done. And I've even said, you know what, maybe it is time for Tsimikas to get a run in the team and to show us what he's worth. And he's just come out and probably shown he probably can't do the 3 games a week anymore. He's 30 now. He's done a lot. He's got a lot of miles on in those legs, and it's probably showing. Pass wise, 86%, 63 out of 73 passes corrected. Chances created 2, which is back to old school Robbo. Really good. Never great at dribbling, never great at crossing. 50% crossing rate and 0% for successful dribbles. But tackles, 1 out of 1. Clearances 3. And then you look at duels. He won 2 duels, lost 1 duel, so 67%. And aerial duels didn't really get into that. But really happy with his performance. And it might be a case where he has to be rotated in and out to get the best out of him. And if we're going to get this Robinson, whenever he does play, due to him being rested, I'm all for it. So, 7.5 for him. Van Dijk, I've given a 7.5 as well. Really strong performance. Really happy with how he's leading the team at the moment. He's just really strong. Coming with Slot, giving him new instructions. He's now driving the ball into midfield a bit more. He's now starting passing opportunities for us and just getting on the ball more. And he gets a lot of criticism back home in Holland for not doing that, but he's doing it definitely for us and doing it really well for us. Ground duels today, 3 out of 5, 60%. He can do better. Aerial duels, he's usually imperious at that. Only 50%, 1 out of 2. And just really happy. Interceptions, none today. Ball recoveries, 4. Clearances, 2. There was one really vital clearance that he made where John Duran was inches away from this toe poking into the net, and he gets a foot on it and sends that for a corner. It was just quality performance from him. Kanate. He has been fantastic this season. Like I said, his issues really have been injuries rather than performance. And he's been so good this season that I'm really happy with how he's performing. Was slightly worried when he got injured that it might be troublesome, but it wasn't, which is really good. And even when he got injured today, I was thinking, oh no, not another one. So him as well. Tackles, 1 out of 1. Clearances, 4. Header clearances, 1. He never gets beaten in with headers. Interceptions, 2. Defensive actions, 7. Dribble pass, none. Same as Van Dijk. Ground duels, 1, 100%. Aerial duels, 1, 100%. That's just Kanate for you. He's a bully, and our fans love him. Whenever you hear him say "Ibu," you know that he's playing well. So I've given him 7.5 as well. Thought they're both fantastic. Trent, unfortunately for him, only got to play 25 minutes. He was okay in those 25 minutes. Accurate passes, 13 out of 17, 76%. 19 touches, and doesn't really get. He got 1 tackle. It's 100% record in that, and ground duels 100% as well. So he didn't have a bad first half. So I've given him a bad 25 minutes. So I've given him a 7 as well. But unfortunately, hopefully he's gone off injured. Hopefully it's not bad news. McAllister, best performance for a while. I've given him a 7. Hopefully he's getting over the injury he had. Pass-wise, 60 out of 66, 91%. Touches, 75. Long balls, which he's been very poor at recently, 2 out of 2. Tackles, which he's also been really poor at, and been at threat of getting yellow cards. He's had 2 out of 2 today, 100% tackle rate. Ground duels, which sometimes, because of his size and because of his speed, he doesn't always win. So 2 out of 6, which isn't great, 33%. But I thought in general he had a really good performance today. Happy with him. Comes off 87 minutes, and just to rest his legs, I guess, because we know he's going to play for Argentina. But yeah, more than positive performance from him. Gravenberch, almost man of the match today. Really good performance. I mean, he's just dominant at the moment. Slot has unearthed a gem, and we're thankful for that. Pass-wise, 87%, 48 out of 55. Looking at his passing into final third, for someone that's a 6, he does do that well. 3 out of 3, 100%. Accurate long balls, 1 out of 1. Tackles 1, our midfield was so dominant today. 100% tackles 1, so you've got 100% tackles 1 from him, and his partner, 100% tackles from McAllister as well. Fantastic. 2 blocks, 2 clearances, 4 interceptions, 11 defensive actions, 4 recoveries. Unfortunately, we dribble past twice, but that's not a big deal. Ground duels 1, 7 out of 10. And aerial duels 1, didn't contest them. So yeah, really happy with his performance. Long may it continue. I've given him an 8. Really, really happy with him. Moving on to go to Curtis Jones, who played the Szoboszlai role today. Happy with his performance. He only played 65 minutes. He gets a 7. He's so strong on the ball. Very rarely loses the ball. If he doesn't pass it off to someone, he gets a free kick. And he's just growing in stature. Really happy with him. He gets a lot of criticism. He's been getting a lot of criticism because of he frequently gets niggling injuries that curtails his performances as he's just getting into his groove. But it seems that becoming a dad has helped him turn that corner, and he's got himself an England call up. And I'll be surprised if he doesn't get any minutes because he's been really, really good over the last couple of weeks. I've given him a 7 for today's performance. Really happy with him. And long may that continue. Salah gets a goal, gets an assist. So obviously he will be man of the match. He gets an 8.5 for me. Consider giving him a 9, but he probably needs more for a 9. It was frustrating at some points, miscontrolling it sometimes, and as a through ball, he could have played a lot better. So I couldn't give him a 9 because some of his passes weren't on point. 67% pass rate, 20 out of 30, which isn't good enough. I know he's doing high percentage passing, but he can tidy it up a bit, and he can get even more assists, which actually be really scary. So really happy with him. He is someone who we really need to re-sign. Can't afford to let him leave because he's been fantastic. Luis Diaz, 7.5. I sat there at times thought I haven't really seen much of him, but then it's just his work rate and the stuff that he does that go under the radar. And I think he probably looked better when it went through the middle. So really happy with his performance today. Um, Plays the full 90 minutes. Starts off at left wing, ends up as a centre forward. Passing accuracy 75%, and his dribbling accuracy. It's not here today, but really happy with how he played today. Can't have any complaints with him. Just keep on going. Him and Gakpo are dovetailing very well. One of them comes in, one of them goes out, and they invariably perform for us. So really happy. Darwin Núñez, happy with his performance. Sorry, I gave Diaz. Let me go back. I gave Diaz a 7.5. Darwin Núñez, a goal, a couple of missed chances, which he'll be frustrated at. Altogether, he's had 6 shots, no assists, a goal. He's played 65 minutes, but he's got that all-important opening goal for us. He doesn't give up on the play, even though Salah's running through. He could have just said, okay, Salah's going to get there, Salah's going to score. Nope, continued his run and gets himself a reward from it by scoring a goal. Nice finish. Finish that potentially a lot of fans who aren't fond of him probably thought was going to miss, but really happy he scored. And just in general, his work rate is really positive, and he's really works hard for the team. And listen, you can't fault that. So I've given him a 7.5 as well. Thought about an 8, but like I said, he missed the header and he missed a one-on-one as well. So I really can't give him an 8 for that. A 7.5 with his goal. We'll move on to the bench, and we have Conor Bradley, who came on. Thought he had a good performance. I've given him a 7. Really positive in his play. Accurate passes 90%, 44 out of 49. 63 touches. Tackles, 1 out of 1. Tackles 1. We were really good and really strong in the tackle today. Ground duels, 2 out of 7. Which is not great. He needs to be a bit stronger. It means he's getting muscle off the ball at times. And aerial duels, 100%. So really happy with his performance. Possibility, he's probably going to have to play a few games, depending on how serious Trent's injury is. But in all honesty, I don't feel uneasy when I see him lined up, because I think he's a really, really good talent. Szoboszlai comes on 65 minutes along with Gakpo, but Szoboszlai, busy performance as usual. Didn't really get a chance to get into many attacking positions, but pass-wise, sometimes people often say his passes hasn't been good, but today, 91%, 10 out of 11 passes he made were the right passes and found his man. 14 touches, dribbles, 100%, 1 out of 1. Accurate crosses, 1 out of 1. Accurate long balls, 2 out of 3, 67%. Didn't really go into normal tackles, but he got into duels, and he got 1 out of 50%, 1 out of 2 duels, 1. And I just thought he was busy when he came on. And that's what we needed him to be. Like, obviously, he can do better in terms of his attacking displays, but that will come. I believe that will come as the season goes on. So Szoboszlai, I am given a 7. Cody Gakpo, I'm giving him a 7 as well. Again, busy. Didn't give up. 25 minutes played. Has 2 shots. 1 just over and 1 on target. Passing wise, 100%, 5 out of 5. And then you're looking at his duels. Doesn't win any of his duels, but he's actually participating. He's putting players off. Sometimes you may not win your duel, but allows another player to win the ball, which is something that he does. He competes, and it helps us going forward. So I've given him a 7 as well. Endo comes on 87th minute, doesn't really get much time, but he's just there to close out the game. So as he doesn't get much time, I'll probably give him a 6.5. Did a bit more to get a 6, so I'll give him a 6.5. Yeah, guys, really happy with today's performance. I'm sure you are too. So if you are happy with the performance, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can go on to our X page where you can see shorts from this show and other shows we do. which short for Twitter stroke X is at Armchair Pundits. Our Instagram is at Armchair Pundits Podcast. And the TikTok is at armchair.pundits. So, Liverpool top of the league. We've opened up a gap. Listen, are we in a title race? Yes. Do I make us favourites? People may laugh. Not yet. It's only 10 games. Only 10 games, and we need to still see what happens when Slot loses another game and maybe 2 in a row. So let me not go out a downer. Go out positive. Liverpool are top of the league. We can enjoy the rest of the weekend and the international break as well, knowing that we're top of the league with Southampton to come. So hopefully we come back and we win that game. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.